Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, one, welcome all. Two more. Phoenix Wright Attorney, Dual Destiny. Welcome back to. I totally forgot to rewatch the part one, but that's fine. I don't think it's necessary for what we're dealing with because we're dealing with a case of somebody accused of murdering one of their disciples, and it's. I am assuming we're gonna have some very traumatic, and I'm also assuming we're dealing with Apollo trauma here, which is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Especially after the day of work I had. If you don't, I don't know. It calmed me down. You know, like where the Steel Arcus says, really did work. I was like, I'm Nitro Nova and I'm fine. And I was like, I feel better now. It works. So, you know, a little bit of Quartz of Steel exercises if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, you know? That's all you gotta do, right? So you're welcome. Tips of, I don't know. Anyways, let's just, reminder for those who are tuning in, we are, or weren't here on Saturday, we are putting aside Stardew Valley for a while because MacApp's having, because of some life updates with MacApp, aka he and his wife are having a baby. And so he's not going to be around for an indefinite amount of time. So, Random and Alexa and I decided to play something else. We're going to start, so Saturdays, we're going to be playing Dokapon Kingdom Connect. Do I know what I'm getting myself into? Absolutely not! So, I don't know what's going to happen Fridays, though. We'll make up our plans. We'll make up the plans as we go, which is how things are going to be for a while. We're just gonna make shit up as we go. And so, yeah. So, I think it should be fun, but like I said, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. It should be fun regardless, you know? So now I say we should shut up and play. We worry about being an attorney. In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber. Asina and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. We managed to clear Miss Wood's name. But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Titanate. December 19th, 3:21 p.m. Wright Anything Agency. Apollo is a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him. Yeah, poor guy. Being attacked by Ntome on top of all of his other injuries. Apollo is resting at the nearby Hickville. Oh God, no! Oh wait, is that the? No, wait, no. That's a fine one, right? We can trust Apollo there, right? I had some experience with that place myself. What an awful turn of events. Never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places. You miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anyone but to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quick and be back before you know it. Phoenix right the room. I don't think that's why they're upset. It's been a while since I last saw Tracy look so down. We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like us celebrating. Alright, enough of this, people! There's no time to be moping around. Now let's try those eyes, both of you! You're the only one who's crying, Athena. Technicalities! But we have work to do. We have to take it. We have to take over. Take over what exactly? Apollo's Space Center case, of course. As no verdict has been reached, there's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade. Right, Daddy? Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know. Well, but his best friend isn't. What? Hold on. I'm cold. Apologies to me for wearing shorts on a cold day in my room. Forgetting that for the past 15 years, I've lived in the coldest room of the house. Or actually, it's been like 20. But as a kid, I didn't care. Good. None of that, so let's get going. Come on, we gotta run. Wait, right now? Now? We better not be running the whole way. Athena, you gotta remember, Phoenix is getting old. He's past his prime. He's in his 30s now. There she goes. I better catch up. Can you take care of the office, Tracy? Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm gonna bake some cookies and fill my magic panties for you. Tracy seems to be feeling a little better. I can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm. Oh, she's back! Don't mind me, just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag. Sounds like you forgot everything! I can always count on Athena for that, too. So her role in the office is to be the light. Apollo's the responsible one. It's fine. At least you didn't have to find them in the trash. Oh, wait, those are actual panties. Just be glad you weren't around a corner a year ago. Don't worry. Hey, who knows? You can find evidence and panties in trash. But that was a while ago. That was Turnabout Corners. That's like part 3 of Apollo's Justice. Of my playthrough. Alright, you two. Let's be careful out there. So our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He is so famous, even I heard of him. Really? That's right. He's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago. You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Buck will get to you, Starbuck. Wow. That was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix Wright, Apollo's mentor, right? Yep, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it. Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I got you covered. And you're the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait, don't I know you from somewhere? She was there when Apollo took your case, dude. Huh? You mean other than at your trial? I don't think so. I guess so. I mistake. My memory isn't what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. That's like 4 bombs you witnessed! Oh, wait, no, that was 3 bombings. Because there was the 2 in the Space Center, and then the 1 in the courtroom. Because there was supposed to be 3 in the Space Center, but then that one got found deactivated and then reactivated to cover up another different murder. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft. Yikes! He's seriously gotta stop dispressing himself. Cheer up, Mr. Starbucks! Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere? That just means we'll shine like shooting stars, right? Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right! Why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we were all put into this earth to do, right? To shine like stars. Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash. Yeah, no, Phoenix, don't depress the man. Again, he was depressed when he came here. Oh yeah, here we go! 3, 2, 1! To the stratosphere and beyond! Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want. Is that really all it takes? So, what do you think about this? The evidence is gonna get me convicted. No! This is my attorney's badge. Did Apollo and Messina not present theirs to you when you met them first? Well, when they took on your case, because he already knew Apollo. Because if not, shame on them! I have taught them nothing! I was hoping it would reassure you knowing that we're here to defend you. Evidence is just for the prosecution. It can help prove a person's innocent too! Ha! Ha ha! That's a positive spin on things. I thought it would common knowledge. Clay always used to cheerfully greet me in a loud voice. And he did vocal exercises every morning until he was hoarse, right? Exactly! You could always hear him even when he was through the wall. Hey, wait a minute. Now I wonder why we would think of that! It's not like Apollo and Clay were best friends or anything! Do you know Clay? Did you know Clay? No, but it attracts like, as they say. Do you know anything about this piece of evidence? Nope. Sorry, I'm so useless. No. It's alright. There's no need to get all depressed. Clay carried me out and saved me. But after all that, to be killed was displayed. And the fact that the killer might be me. Ugh. Now he's got you signing, boss. Okay, now let's actually talk to the guy. So you have no memory at all of the incident. I'm so ashamed. My memory of the time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula. Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial? You got it all wrong. I took them during the investigation, too. I don't know anything about drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. It is true. I developed the fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then with when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know. I know. The so-called Hat One Miracle. That must have been a terrifying experience. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch. That launch meant everything to me. That's the most certain than the theory of relativity. How certain is that? I don't know a jack shit about the theory of relativity. Come on, I need answers. I'm no scientist. I'm no astronaut. I've never gone up in space. The only time I've gone into space was in... Did I even go... Have I... I've never really done Galacticraft or anything. If so, I don't remember going up into space. He seems like a completely different person now. This is the facts of the astronaut. That's the face of the astronaut I know. But the tranquilizers were found in your system. Yeah, see, that's the thing. But I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you. Exactly. That's what I thought. It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anyone could have gotten their hands on it. Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. Of course. I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before and slipping it in. The real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might have been relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small. Like, about the murder weapon, for example. That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah, staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is. Excellent. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakages, busted radios, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off when we entered the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer. No wonder they dubbed it the Hat One Miracle. It's a miracle you made it back. Space is a boundless place. That is why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But that vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on forever, and ever and ever and ever without end. There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone. All alone, with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space. What's the experience you had? Weren't you dreading this mission? What? No way! Of course not! We're your lawyers. You can tell us anything, man. Even now, I want to go up in space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to go shake off the Earth's gravity at the escape velocity and spin around weightless. But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid? I was afraid. Of course I was. I still am. But space is man's final frontier, an unknown world. The cosmic truce is out there waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truce, huh? I guess there's people looking forward to the truce in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I sure can manage. If I give in to my fears, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. The victim Clayterian. He was kind of like your protege, wasn't he? Well, if it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like Master and Apprentice or anything like that, but Clay did think of me as his mentor. The mentor and the protege. What a combination they must have been. This isn't encouragement. I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now, hey, I could give you my protege for a bit. I mean, he won't go into space probably because he's a lawyer and we need him for lawyering things. Also, he's incredibly injured right now. Clay must have been very encouraging, huh? Yeah. It's funny, really. Whenever I hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always got the feeling everything really was going to be just fine. You're fine. Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all the time, too! Okay, I'm in that same boat. I say that stuff all the time now. And I always feel encouraged, too, whenever I hear him shout it. Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. He used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. The two hung out around the Space Center so much, it was like they were part of the staff. One time during zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. And then the two of them turned shouting, "You're fine!" over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. So I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. It's a little tough right now. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder? Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist. From the freedom of space, the walls of a cell. But the prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through the barred windows. You're fine! So-and-so Starbucks is fine. Everything's gonna be alright. Huh? And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, on, Mr. Wright. You too. Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine. I can't hear you. Phoenix Wright is fine. God, Athena's forgetting sometimes that Phoenix is getting old. He's like in his 30s now. Well, we'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us. Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space! All I need first is a not guilty verdict. Sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Chat, this is fine. We're fine. This is fine. I'm Nitronova and I'm fine. Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our own investigation of the Space Center started pronto. Good idea. Let's go. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center entrance. Wow. I was wondering what kind of place this Space Center would be. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future. Yeah. Did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look how brightly the Alico shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and the rocket motif going on. GYAXA, huh? Is that the new name of a federal space R&D program? Yeah, but why is this strange acronym? I mean, what is GIA is supposed to stand for? Galaxy? If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I'd have abbreviated to GX or even JAG. I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe it's the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. Anyways, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Galactic shooter. Full speed ahead. A little segue. Yikes. It's this geezer and what he want. What's he want? Look upon me well, and look well. Behold the great power of space science. Pardon me, but you are... My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center. The center of the cosmos. Boss, that was a pretty good inducing. If this person is the Space Center's director, then it means... Ah! So you're the one of the first to discover Clay's bodies, weren't you? And who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm. That's correct. I was honored to be the very first man in space, first man in all of space and time to discover the body. Well, the only one who's still left alive. But this talk of the incident. Are you by any chance the space police? No, no, no. We are Starbucks' lawyers. You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know. We're Mr. Starbucks' lawyers. We're here to investigate his case. Oh, and we're the heiress lawyers, by the way. Ah, I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. And until Fulbright comes in with his injustice we trust and be like, no, they can't. I trust you. I trust you're appropriately grateful. Now go ahead and have it. I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble. I can already tell he's probably the murderer. Don't let him hear you say that, or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about where he found when he found the body, okay? Excuse me, but about this piece of evidence, let me ask you a question. What will the eject contribute to the future of mankind? What? Not much, I guess. It will very terrify someone. Then how important could it be? Quite unlike this great physical story, Yuri Cosmos. Haha. Yep. This man absolutely killed him. Why would he kill Clay? Don't know. Maybe I can see why he would want to frame Starbuck, but murdering Clay? Don't know. If he has any more self-absorbed, he'll turn into his very own black hole. What a shame, truly. Clay was so young. He was an outstanding man who could have contributed greatly to the future of mankind. He was an exceptional man, wasn't he? If he had gone into space, my reputation would have grown even loftier. Why did he have to die before he went into space? Someone needs to teach him not to be the literal center of the cosmos. Okay. He's not going to give us much of the actual evidence, is he? No. Fine. So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically? Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind. I believe I used the word specifically in my question. Attention all personnel, to your break stations. Prepare for break. Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner. That's exactly right, because I am an important man. My manner is important. God, he's so narcissistic. I don't like it. Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. Well, there's a bound to some people like that. Here in the boundless of space. What's that? You want to know what it is to make me so important specifically? Very well, I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now go ahead, have at it! He has a Mario star on his chest. I might be more impressed if I knew what he did it for, specifically. Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day? I refuse. Yep. He's the killer. What? Explaining it's for a job of common folk, not the director of the space of cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom. What? So then what does that mean? You'll be taking the stand tomorrow? That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind. I don't know. It might be hard to beat some people. I'm not sure if he's really understanding what being a witness is all about. You must think, this is when people witness me! Looks like the director Cosmos is the type of that only talks about what he wants to talk about. Then let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. The Hat one was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home. I suppose it is part of my job to educate the ignorant young folk like you. He called me young! Very well, it's important that you complete your story of a Hat. Part to you that I complete the story of the Hat One project. Oh, thank you very much. Hat One's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid, and Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat One reached its planned orbit. From where it launched the Hope probes towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat One returned safely to Earth. Now, that struggle was when the incident was known as the Hat One miracle occurred, right? Correct, and it was truly a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope's probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It's obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago. So what kind of samples are they? What's in them? The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Tyrion's murder. Regrettably, we had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that had occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years. That's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth bragger after all, in the golden age of space development. Our predecessors were successful in bringing back a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of the Space Center. The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential. A moon rocket, huh? I remember that being big. Our endeavors with the moon's rock live on in our work in our asteroids with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos. I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from the asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all civilization. It's like we're in a new space the new space race. It's every other country out there. What? Bite your tongue. It's not for anything. It's not anything so base that has money or politics. It's for the brilliant future that awaits all mankind, and for all my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it. I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Asina. Huh? Oh, well, you know, I thought it'd better brush up for the case. Is that so? Well, I'll be on my way. As you can see, I am very busy and important and very important man. Galactic scooter, fire upon main engine, max battle speed, and engage! I just imagine. Doop, boop, doop, doop, boop, doop, doop, doop. That thing is surprisingly fast. I guess we better get going too. You bet! Let's make it so. So my badge. My badge is starting to look pretty good on you and me, don't you think? It suits you well. I'm starting to think it gives me more of a dignity and presence too. I think she might be expecting a little too much from one tiny little badge. Alright, let's see. I'm getting the sense that you are perplexed by this piece of evidence. Well, I guess that's true. You see, even the simplest act of presenting evidence reveals your underlying emotions. I guess I better be careful when I present evidence then. I just wanted to show my badge, but I just wanted to see if she says anything silly about other pieces of evidence. But the answer is no. Alright. Up. Onwards! Boarding lounge. Is that a Twigon that I see there? Cosmos Space Center. Boarding lounge. So this is where Mr. Tyrion was murdered. Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see. That diagram in the police made again. Right now we're in the main building here on the right side on the 3rd floor. Mr. Clay and Starbucks fled the launch pad after the explosion. You there! No mentions without express permission. We're Mr. Starbucks' lawyers. We come to investigate. Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even this police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright is here, huh? Yeah, he's in launch pad number 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him. Then we'll talk. Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today? I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. Be both, the Phoenix. Be both. So, to get to Launchpad corridor, well, just has to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think. Wait, that door. Looks awfully familiar. Good eye there, boss. It's the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. That explains it. The fingerprint sensors have been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now come on, let's go! Okay. I already showed you my Cosmic Space Center, Launchpad 1 corridor. So this is it, huh? This is where the corridor the two of them used in their escape. Yep, this is the only one that connects Launchpad 1 with the main building. I see police tape down on the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the launch pad. After those explosions, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. And the launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there! In justice we trust! What should I do? In justice we trust! Which pass is the path of justice? He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot. Huh? Ah, it's you lawyer people! Welcome to the Space Center! Enjoying relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing. We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any information to share? Boss, if he acts all reluctant to give us information, we'll hit him with the whatever shall we do act, and I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it! Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something? Info on the case, huh? Alright, I'll go gladly share some with you. Huh? What just happened? Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. In justice we trust! Just take whatever you want from me. You info bandits, I'm in a generous mood today. Won't Blackwell get mad at you? Giving us all this information? I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today. Well, we need information, so let's run with it. If you say so. Something for the lost and found? I'll be sure to take care of it. No! This is an important piece of evidence. It's just my attorney's badge. The victim went all that trouble to save the defendant. And he was mercilessly killed. Is there no justice in the world? Yes, there is. It's your justice. Justice was trampled underfoot that day. That's right. Acts of justice and selflessness are not always rewarded. It pains me to say it, but I've come to realize the truth in that recently. Sounds like he and his personal philosophy are going through some midlife crisis. In justice we trust. This is why I keep my mouse next to my Steam Deck. It's easier because I can just do it one-handed. In justice we trust. You know, he hasn't yelled the "In justice we trust" yet. It's his whole catchphrase. The victim. When the explosion occurred, everyone was on the verge of panic. But an important thing is that no one from the general public was hurt. And it was all thanks to the evacuation effort we headed up. After that, you escaped the building yourself as well, right? Me? Escape? Nonsense! I wanted to run straight towards the blast. It was the other detectives who stopped me. In justice we trust! We gotta get you somewhere safe, sir, they said. Maybe you should take your own evacuation orders more to heart next time, detective. Okay, let's talk. No, I said let's talk! Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Or whatever shall we do? That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need. A month even. Shall I have some sacks delivered? One of my men should gives a mean neck rub. Nope. That's okay. But thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Yeah, what is going on with Fulbright right now? Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head on or something? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incident, weren't you, Detective? That's right. I was here on the security assignment. The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that. Yes, well, you know us. To serve and protect. In justice we trust. Yeah, it is so weird that he's not yelled out "In justice we trust" yet. Every time I have done this, it's because I yelled out "In justice we trust." The explosion occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation. In justice we trust. He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course! A bomb went off in the second floor in the main building. Right after that, the one in Overwatch one pedal also blew the sky. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate to the shelter. The shelter? That's right. There's an activation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. There. The accident is there for accidents and emergencies like the like. So I was on the duty on the fourth floor. It was quite a madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on the account of the explosion, and the stairs on the second floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go in that way. But wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter? No, we lowered an emergency ladder from the fourth floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. Was it a ladder or was it a step ladder? Oh, I don't think a step ladder would be that big. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed to the shelter. Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder sounds kind of fun. Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay? We weren't going to tell him you said that. In justice we trust. Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too. Well, never mind that. Haha! I thought you should know that there was a witness. Could you tell us more about this witness? Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the fourth floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window and onto the third floor lounge. So, she was looking into the crime scene from the outside? That's right! It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know that she saw exactly yet, though. You don't, but that's the most important thing of all. Ha ha! Don't you worry, I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her. A fourth floor employee, huh? Alright, thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright. Jeez, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even. Yes, well, actually, something you can't talk about? Is he upset that Apollo got injured? and now he's dealing with that because Apollo's last name is Justice. Yes, something like that. Anyways, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now, too. Oh. What was that all about? Something's definitely going on. I'm going to get out of him next time I see him. Okay. I'm not so sure he'll talk about it, though. We have permission to investigate now. So let's head back into the boarding lounge. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center. Also, why couldn't we just say we had the director's permission to investigate? Ah, you too! Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said that I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too if you like. No, but the snacks would be really nice. I'm hungry. Okay, I'm not that hungry. I had supper before I ate. That's alright, but thanks for the offer. Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now let's see. Where's the diagram again? So the lounge is on the third floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes the third party killed his friend. Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of the third person then. You read my mind, Destino. We'll make that our first priority. It just has one problem, though. This room. It's just so big. Don't worry. We can use this to help us. A Space Center pamphlet for tourists? Yep! Picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Yay! Yeah, no excuses. Let's track down the third person. Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around in the outside window? Oh, boss. It's just a holographic image. Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's a relief. There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. And that's what it says in the pamphlet, anyways. The only reason you're so eager to start is so you can push that button, isn't it? And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues. All right, fine. Let's get investigating. No matter how I look at it, all I can think is torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity? Uh-oh. Athena has a glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just out-muscle me. Hey, Mr. Wright! Look at that up there! Some kind of fragment? It's stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank. I think you're right. But if that's here, that means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. The prosecutor's Blackwell theory is that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Hee. Way to go, Apollo. A window. And it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off. It says emergency ventilation. You know, to clear smoke from a fire. See? It's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality! That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacups, right? You can power them yourself, and it says. You spin the table, your chair spins too. Why would anybody want to have something like that here? It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says that it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body. Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle zero G? Yeah, remind Phoenix never to be one. So this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. So he was stretched out like this and... Huh? What's that thing that looks like a thermos? That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples. Oh, right. Detector Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that Hat 1 launched. I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see? Let's think about that after we solve the case, okay? Surprised we haven't found the button. Let's see. This door is where's that pamphlet? Here we are. This door is the corridor that leads to Launch Pad 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright. So I guess the security lock must have been disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing besides the door. This must be the fingerprint recognition device. Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial. The notion of a third party in Launch Pad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. Allow me to hit up from the air the precious few who has the clearance to do so. Then does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? But the number of Destinies personnel was supposed to be really small. Viola! Fingerprint powder! I brought it just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've been itching for a chance to use it. Wow, way to think ahead. Now let's test fingerprint recognition and see what we can find. You got it. Now let's sprinkle some here and a little over there and... Poof! Let's see. We have here... Oh! I got something! Aw. It's only a single set of prints. Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these are. Although I doubt we'd be lucky to get the culprit's prints on the first try. Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right, and there's security footage of the store too. Yes, here it is. Came up in court the other day. I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit. Oh, because it would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. What's the mood he's in? He'll probably show it to us right away. Yeah, he's almost in a too good of a mood today. I'm a little worried about Fulbright right now. We talked to him for like a good solid few minutes, and he never once yelled "In justice we trust." Something's going on. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hands on this hand mark. Why, Guessman, you can try. Now to line up my hand with the outline. Donatina. This thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you'll know, you'll be named the suspect. How can you be so cruel to a little girl like me? Phoenix, if you can eat evidence, she can put her hand on evidence. I'm not buying this, Tears Missy. I wonder what this big knob is for. Looks like the knob on a stove. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require a knob of security like this? Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it's for a stove, the burner would be off. Right, if it was for a stove. So I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? Huh, how about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in. Then I guess all we can say now is that it's a mystery knob. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says. Oh boy! I want to try it! Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do some mid-air somersaults. We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling. Well, at least I could jump really high. There's a sign on the wall that says very clearly, don't jump too high. Well, what's good? What good is this thing? Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? Hey! I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off then. What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean. It's really small, but it's a bullet. Only about 2 or 3 millimeters in diameter. Let's see. That would make the caliber 10.10? Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right? Yes, but I've never heard of a .10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. I bet if you tried firing a bullet in this small in a regular sized gun, it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must have been a really small gun. I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, if we're in the bottom left on the south side of the door, according to this map. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here. Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us the card we need. What's this? A trapdoor? It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in the science fiction movies. No way! All the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want. So it looks like there's 3 doors that lead in and out of this room. Well, let's check. Drumroll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet! That wasn't really a drumroll. It was more of a repeatedly... We're here at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here there are 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. People usually say west, east, and south in a case like this, you know. Details. Anyways, let's take a look at the west door. That door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know because it says here on the map Launchpad 1 corridor. That's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion. Right, next up, the right-hand side of the door, or east in your world. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room. Yep, it definitely says control room. Looks like another door on the opposite side. They communicated and exchanged information with the rocket and probes in space from there. So it's the center space. The Space Center, if you will. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while? But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the HAT 2 mission, so this control room was empty at the time. I've always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room, and since we're here, I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep the curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with a fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through. With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out of Cena. So apparently the lock is also hooked up to the backup generator in case of emergencies. Okay, what about the last door? This lower door. Oh, excuse me. I mean, south door. Leads to the elevators. This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right? Yep. And of course, there was no fingerprints recognition, so it's open to anyone. But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Well, that's about it for the 3 musketeers at the boarding lounge. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. These are apparently oxygen capsules. They are for recovery after a training session. I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Huh? I think do a sing. It's not helium, Hesina, it's oxygen. Oh, a mirror! How thoughtful of them to put one here. Thoughtful. So the ladies can fix their makeup! One's appearance is just as important in space as in Earth, you know. You never know when you're going to run into some other life form after all. I doubt anyone who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. Oh yeah, we didn't find the button for Cena. At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape, but then there's a creature. Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what the surface looked like. I don't know. I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that. It did make quite a bit of news, though, even when the probe came back. Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go into a planet. It went into an asteroid. That's a big that's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons on here. Just push it! That's what the irrevariable principles of buttons. There are such things as buttons left unpushed. Hey! The giant holographic image disappeared! Yeah. Thought that's... the wall seemed kind of barren without it now. So let's see if we can find anything new with the image off. With the holographic image off, the screen is completely black. Which for some reason makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court. But at least it's got my brain revved up. I could come up with my best ideas at times like these. Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this. It looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Destina. It's pretty big. Whoever shot this must have used a pretty large gun. You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol. Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right? Apparently, this is an important fact. Do you see a bullet somewhere around here? No? The police might have taken it, though. Yeah, we found the bullet already. Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this whole bullet hole later. Welcome to the Space Center, guests. Welcome. Yikes! What in the world? My name is Poco. P-O-N-C. Poco! Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one, and I will guide you. It's a robot? I am not a robot, I am Ponko! Psychological observation and navigation companion. P-O-N-C-O, Ponko. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. Oh, Ponko, I missed you! Huh? Do you know this thing, Asina? Oh, she, showed us around the last time I came here with a polo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl. Oh, thank you. I am so happy, so very happy. Wow, guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you. I don't know you. Huh? Ouch, that hurt. Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register him, Ponko. Certainly. Comments against registration. Please tell me your name, and a nickname is fine too. His name is Phoenix. A bit overfamiliar, but I'll allow it. Phoenix, please let me get you a good look at your face. Sure. Registering. Facial recognition sequence completed. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix. This robot's pretty cute. You made a friend, boss! Isn't it great? Phoenix, Asina, allow me to guide you. Right this way. Oh, goody! Let's go, boss! Go where? I thought we were going to go to the gift shop. They were taking us to the gift shop. She's like, we want you to spend your money here. Oh, wow. What is this place? Is that rocket real? Welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learning about the history of our nation's space development and the Hat 1 project. The rocket is just a replica, but it's the same size as the real one. The Space Museum. Oh, it's here on the map! Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building and from Launchpad 1. Ask me anything. I will explain. I'm sorry. I am afraid I don't know anything about that. Oh, okay. No problem. I'm so sorry. I wasn't helpful. I'll try to do better in the future. Please don't hate me. The poor thing. Oh, I feel bad for asking. I feel bad making it cry. This facility is Yuri Cosmo's greatest achievement. Oh, I didn't realize it was a personal achievement of just the one man. Director Cosmos taught me to say things like that. It's actually a facility for space development, but don't tell anyone I said that. How could Director Cosmos teach such a pure and innocent robot to lie to him? I'm sorry. I figure Ponko would not know much. About the evidence we have. It's okay, Ponko. You don't have to know much about it. Just remember, I, for one, welcome our robot overloads. Only if the robot overloads happen to be Ponko. I would let Ponko take over the world for us. This is quite the place. I can't believe we get to see the rocket this close up. This is a replica of the Hat 1 that was launched just 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real Hat 1 inside and out. Do we get to go inside? Its little brother Hat 2 was supposed to launch the other day. I wonder if Ponko knows why the launch was cancelled. Over there is the exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out! Check it out! Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on a day off. Hey, what's this photo of? Phoenix, that's the staff of the Hat 1 project. Oh, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different. Huh, and that's... Wait, what is this? Is something wrong? Oh, nothing. I just saw Mr. Starbucks look really young too, that's all. Well, if it was 7 years ago after all. So the young guy standing next to him, standing next to Mr. Starbuck, is Clay Taryn, the victim. So they were mentor and protege even way back then? And he's even got one of those staff jackets, just like this regular staff member. No, Clay was still a student then. He was just borrowing one of Salamental jackets. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Clay would have still been in high school 7 years ago. He would have been 14, I think. Unless he's a little older than Polo. That is. Everybody looks so happy. The Space Museum is great. What a fantastic exhibits. This area used to be Launchpad 2. That's why the only entrance to is on the third floor. Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead? There was talk of it, but they had to scrap the plans because of the budget cuts. Budget cuts! Budget cuts! We need more money! Money! Who would record a kind of information into a guide robot? While it was in space, one launched a probe called Hope. But probe could collect some samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago. That's what Director Cosmo said too. He told us it came back the days before Clay was killed. And here it is, the Hope space probe. I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah! On the capsule that the victim was carrying. I think it had the same logo. I think it can be seen in the photo attached to the opposite report. Maybe she'll give me some more info if I show it to her. The way to the Space Center launch pad is set up really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you? Set up at the launch pad? Go gentle on my spiky hair, mind. I want to know! I want to know! Phoenix wants to know too! Great. Now Athena's got a case of pocoitis. Hooray! I will tell you then! The rocket is built right inside the launch pad structure. When the rocket completely is moved along with the pad over its rails and brought to the position at the launch site. Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all. It's very cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year. Myself included. Phoenix, you still struggling with the budgets? I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh? That's it. But I can also answer her too. By the way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has been the first, I guess, before the big move like that can be carried out. Searching data. I'm sorry, that answer isn't in my answer database. I guess Ponko can only answer certain questions. Ponko, do you recognize this capsule here in the top right? Checking. Register data. I know. It's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe. It contained the asteroid samples, right? Yes, it was designed to store the samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in the safe in Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed! It must not be removed! Don't worry, Ponko. The people in charge already know what happened. They do? They do? I must ask them later. So the capsule was being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion. The Space Center must have been really excited to finally get that capsule back. But it's a pity the incident occurred before they got a chance to check out its contents. Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer. Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum. Thank you, Ponko. You explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you. You two are like old friends. It's hard to believe you only met recently. It's because Ponko is so friendly. Well, what should we investigate next? Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about. Let's see. The security footage and the fingerprint data, was it? Okay, then let's go back to the Launchpad 1 corridor. Bye, Ponko. See you later. Come again. And don't forget to visit the gift shop. Poor Ponko. What the Dixons in life are all forced to lead. Okay, like I said, if the robots take over, hopefully they're all like Ponko. Space Center. Launchpad corridor 1 corridor. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? There's Detective Fulbright. He seems to be lost, even though he's in a straight corridor. Let's hope he's still in the cooperative movement as well, then. If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him. You mean that lady in distress bit? Something for the lost and found? I'll be sure to take care of it. We found a bullet hole in the wall at the crime scene. You did? Our team found that too. It was Detective Arm who fired that bullet. Detective Arm? That's right. A warning shot for the defendant. Was it really such a high start situation that you needed to do that? I'm afraid I don't know the details. Was that Detective Arm gone and all? But I thought there was 2 people who discovered the crime scene together. We already know Director Cosmos would testify, so tomorrow will be what he knows. Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course. I hope it goes down easy. Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge. Ah, yes, I just happen to have a compiled prints of data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. This is quite a bit of data. Well, when I said everyone, I meant it. Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. It sure took a while, though. Whoa, he's got Apollos and my prints. He even got prints for all of the robots. I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother asking how deep. Ah! Clay's fingerprints are here, too! I personally removed the glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity, after all. I still can't believe you took off his glove to get his fingerprints. Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important in this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge. So depending on whose prints that we find, we can completely change the tides for both sides. Makes sense. After all, the corporate prints did get them in the past the fingerprint lock somehow. Oh, and take this picture. It might come in handy. Isn't just a photo of the Launchpad 1 door? Yep. But Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason. Huh? What's so important about this door? It beats me, but boy, you could see the gears in his head going into hyperdrive at it. Sounds like this is going to be a major point in contention tomorrow. Hey, don't forget about the prints comparison, boss. Right. Detective Fulbright, do you think we could run the test for us right now? You just leave it to me. In justice we trust! I was not ready for that one. You finally said it. Okay, here we go. Well, looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened that security door. He must have opened it when they went to go to board the rocket. His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for his space adventure right then. Okay. Let's go back to the boarding lounge, see if anything new. No. There's just one thing I would like to... There's just one thing I would like to do. Okay, if we push it, it apparently turns on the image on and off. Can't... guess we can't turn it back on. I wanted to turn it back on! All right, we haven't done we haven't done this yet. I guess presenting your attorney's badge. It's like your quick trick hunt, Danny. So it's just a trick to you, huh? Well, you are one of the talents in the Right Anything agency, after all. But I have to say, that attorney's badge won't get many laughs. I don't care if I don't get laughs, as long as I can clear my client's name. Haha! That's a good one, Daddy. I'm no match for you, though, Trucy. Daddy, you should be careful about showing evidence to a magician. That's true. You can make anything disappear. Well, anything about a yard in diameter, anyways. My magic patties are extra-dimensional space. I guess only a space probe can help us figure out how they work then, huh? I know this had no point, but... Space, huh? I sure'd love to go up there someday. Will you take me, Daddy? It's not like taking somebody to an amusement park, you know. Well, you hardly ever take me to one of those either. You either say, I don't have money, or I don't have time. Fine, I'll take you to one of my next day off. You're the best, Daddy. I'm no match for Trucy. Yeah, I figured this was no point, but I felt like I should. Just making sure. Like, what am I missing to do? Let me look at the court records here. Security camera footage. Ah. Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the boarding lounge 1 camera. Oh, that footage? Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it. Is there any way I could see a little more than just the part after this? Easy as pie. I'd be glad to show you. Here we go. Huh? The screen went blank. Yes. Apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. So there's no footage after this point. Ha ha ha! Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Something definitely seems to be up with you, Detective. You're unusually cooperative. Well, I just figured if we worked together, we would get that much closer to justice, right? But it seems like something really has been bothering you. You don't have something of ulterior motive, do you? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I'd never do anything like that. That's not in the name of justice. In justice we trust. It's been a while. But those are definitely psyche locks. Did you just mouse psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about? No. It's psyche locks. It's a system of locks on secrets in a person's heart. I can see when people are trying to hide those secrets by using the power of this magneton. Presenting evidence can break through those locks and reveal any secrets they're hiding. Mr. Wright, how much did they blank you out of that piece of rock? If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to. I'm more than capable of representing myself, thank you very much. It isn't some kind of fraud. It really works. A friend gave it to me a long time ago. I'd say about 10 years? Wait, hold on. Yeah, 10 years. No, actually 9. But I guess seeing it is believing. Allow me to show you. It's been a while. Strap in, boys. I think you've been hiding something, Detective. So why don't you just tell us what it's about? What to do, which path is the path of justice. Detective Fulbright is really in agony. I bet this is the issue he's been torn so up over. Love. I bet I know what's been bothering you. You've been troubled by love. What? How did you know? I put my pet carp love in with my goldfish, and the next thing I knew, oh, the little goldfish were gone. Love had eaten them all. My poor little goldfish. Oh, I loved you so much. I guess love really can't cause a lot of heartache. Huh. Anyways, I bet this is the issue he's got towards. Okay, I'll be real with you guys. I totally did that just for the achievement. I knew that was the wrong answer. Let's go to our evidence. I really understand what's been bothering you, Detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles, isn't that right? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosion occurred, everything was just fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. You're fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Sorry, I wanted to turn on my lights. Just so, it was getting dark at the time. So, tracking could have been a little bad. We're fine! Yes, we're fine! Everything's fine. I'm fine! We're fine. Hi! Is that a fact? Yep, peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone's whistling a happy tune as they did their job. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail than for a routine rocket launch. I don't think the guard detail was as relaxed as you claim, as long as this exists. Before the explosion, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet, security was so tight they even brought in a special task force. I'd hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail. Then hold on just one moment. The entire nation has their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I was calling in for a special security detail. As versatile as you are, I certainly believe that's true. But I say it's very strange that this person would be part of the detail from the outset. Detective Arms specializes in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand means that you people knew that there was a possibility that a bombing would occur. You got me, Mr. Wright! Nailed it. Alright, I concede. You win. It's just as you say. Aw, he looks so pitiful. A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing. But the plan to launch it went ahead in spite of that threat. But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed? Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it? Then how was the warning delivered? By phone and directly to Director Cosmo. But the police department instructed everybody to keep it under wraps. That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset. But it's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties. That's not it. It's a question of justice. In justice we trust. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court. The reason he stands prosecuting? Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know. Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules. Never mind that. What rules are but things to be broken, right? Well, tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular. I think we guessed that much. So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it. So you weren't told why either, huh? No, I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder. Yeah, it would have to be. But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on for is the phantom of the 7 years past continues even still. The 7 years past. A phantom, huh? And not one of the friendly variants either, I gather. This phantom of 7 years past. Any idea or who or what he was talking about? Not a clue. He seems to think that this phantom is behind this whole incident somehow. Wait a minute. He thinks they may be connected to this case? Yep. This case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too. And in both instances, a threat was issued via telephone. That's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks the incident was a work of the Phantom? Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago. That's when Prosecutor was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of the law. So you see how the Phantom and Prosecutors and Blackwell's conviction might be related. Yeah, I can see why he'd think that. This incident around the Phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past. It's almost inconceivable that they would come to head here. This might sound crazy, but Prosecutors Blackwell can't possibly believe that Mr. Starbuck is the Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during the last trial and all. The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet. No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbucks is his Phantom. But I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them. Which is why he's acting so impatient. He has got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice. I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. At this time, I'm just so overwrought about all of it. If he had lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction. I've never seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. That's best by why he's been so cooperative. Don't worry, that's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to present. I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time. But I don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't! Detective Fulbright? I guess I was wrong about you. I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So if I can't sit by and watch him giving give in to his emotions, and tear the defendant apart? You are the only ones who can stop him in court. You really care in what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective? Leave it to the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either. I was hoping you'd say that. I'm really grateful to you two. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a while ago. Really? Then let's go find her, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you too. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm gonna work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. And in justice we trust. 3, 2, 1. In justice we trust! Okay, later. There he goes. Wait. Were we supposed to say injustice we trust back there too? Let's go see that witness now. Alright, the Space Center entrance it is. The witness must be around here somewhere. Hello, hello. Uh-oh. Don't tell me the witness is a robot. Hello, come over here. Hello, hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I'm Kano. Shall I guide you? Guide you? I don't know why, but this robot's kind of freaking me out. Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk. Gah! I'm outside. Am I wandering? When did that happen? Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you don't snap out of it, I was going to put you on the curb on the trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop. That's pretty specific. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, lead attorney for this case. How do you do? Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackwell. I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center. Blackwell? Could she be? And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk. My name isn't Hunk of Junk. That's Kano. That's mean, Miss Aura. I'm complaining. Your model number is Ponko too. Yeah, but Miss Aura, everyone calls me Clonko. Quit your squawking already. No, what are you doing? No, don't. Don't. There. I bet you won't be talking back now. Gah, I will obey completely. Yikes. Better watch what wires cross. There was this. I crossed with this one. Can you tell me anything about this piece of evidence? Even if I could, I wouldn't tell you a filthy lawyer like you. What a pleasant response. She's not going to tell us much anyways, are we? I actually don't have any interest in space. The only thing I'm interested in is robotics. I love robots. Oh, Miss Aura, I didn't realize you felt that way about me. Gah! Ouch! 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 The kind of robots I want to make aren't rusty pieces of scrap like you. I want to create giant robots. Actually, I've been working on a project for a while now. I should have think what cheap I put in giant robots too. Can you tell me? Okay, that was all the evidence we have. Your last name is Blackwell. Do you have a relative in the legal profession? You are correct. Simon Blackwell, who used to be a prosecutor, is... Shut up! Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him? Yes, we met him in court a few times. Right, Asina? What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off? Athena's been shy. This is new. Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving his disputes among the prison inmates, right? Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk? Gah! Miss Aura, that hurts! I'm asking you a question. Why didn't you answer me, useless hunk of junk? But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you ordered me to speak. I told you never talk back to me. You're more worthless than the scrap. Robot abuse, hawk attacks, Blackwell family life must sure be interesting. Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with. So, you're the person who witnessed the incident? That's right. I was on the 4th floor on the main building. In the robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lured my emergency ladder like the detective leading the excavation told me to. But it's such a pain. Why couldn't they use the ladders in some other rooms? It must have been a very troubling experience. Probably best to just humor her here. Then I passed the 3rd floor boarding lounge window on my way down. I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it. So you saw the crime as it happened? And that's about it. I see. Wait, what? You saw it being committed? This is no time to just nod and repeat. Just nod and repeat. So you saw it into the 3rd floor lounge. The very scene of the crime. That's right. There's a small window on the right side of the room. I'll look through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand. And a knife in their right. That must have been the culprit. Did you see who that person was? Of course not. The power was out on that floor, and it was only in that tiny window. I see. But you did witness the moment of the murder. Yes, I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife, and it happened to be precisely at 10 a.m. Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing I do words goo features? I already told you. It was pitch black in there. Although I did notice that the lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it. It looked like a planet. It was blue, like a little Earth emblem. They had a good taste in knickknacks anyways. An Earth emblem on the lighter. I better remember that. Thank you for your statement. Well, definitely prove Mr. Starbucks innocent with it. Yeah, right. I won't hold my breath. Pardon me? Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry. I just detest lawyers. That's all. What don't you like about lawyers? It's just an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more. That didn't make me feel any better, actually. Why do you hate lawyers so much? Little thing from my past. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place. I certainly don't agree. I mean, people are imperfect. They lie. They're influenced by silly emotions. You can expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better. Even sad sacks like this one. Hey, you! Look alive there! Yeah! Yes, here I go! I am the ultimate robot with amazing... Alright, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too carried away. Huh? What was I doing? Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want. Unlike humans with their petty emotions and constant worries. How can you say such things? Feeling emotions, worrying about the things we care about. That's what makes us human! Well, the girl finally talks and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human? You mean getting angry and snouting like that? Rational thoughts. That's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are much akin to that of a clever little monkey. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch her, boss? I kind of like her. Get a hold of yourself, Athena. Humans are certainly absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system, So she distrusts not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system. What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter? Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial. Isn't that what makes some characters great, though? You just want to punch them, but it's great. Because I'd much rather kill them myself. You can't be serious. What's that thing you're wearing around your neck? Oh, this? Around Athena's neck? Does she mean widget? Oh, I get it. Well, Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle. Her royal what? Is she talking about Athena? By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right? Director Cosmos? Yeah. Yes, that's right. You poor things. You better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart. What? He might seem like a big wig, but at the center, it has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. But if it's your problem, so why should I care? What? That's it? No friendly tips? No good luck, guys? Just splendid. I'll leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk. It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. She must have a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Are you alright, Athena? You seem very down. I just can't believe that she said all those things! Wow, she's really upset. Has she been trying to not let it show all this time? Well, I guess it's not all that surprising. You heard about the fabricated evidence and false indictments on the news all the time. You mean that whole dark age of the law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about that. Well, all we can do is believe in what we are doing. Yeah, you're right, boss. I agree. Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck. Good idea! We should tell him about the bullet in Mr. Blackpill's statement. Mr. Blackpill's statement. Alright then, next up, the detention center. My lawyers are here. It must be bad news. I literally took a deep breath in just to give that sigh all I got. I knew I was preparing to sigh. I was like, hey, not necessarily. Thank you. Next time you'll see me, I'll be a professional voice actress. No, I won't. No. But I like the idea of voice acting. I think it's pretty cool, but I don't think I'd ever want to do it myself. You know? It's one of those things. It's like you can appreciate the art, but it's an art I don't want to do. You know? We found a new witness. Researchers saw the moment of the murder through the lounge window during her escape. Really? So they're going to let me go? No, fortunately, it was dark and she couldn't identify the person. I should have known. My stars never aligned. My stars just right too. But we got a lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murderer had a lighter with an Earth emblem on it. Yeah, you know? Yeah, if I ever got invited to do like something like that, yeah, I would, but I wouldn't go searching out for like voice acting. A lighter with an Earth emblem? Oh! Did you remember something? Yep, I sure did. Just a little bit, though. Anything at all would help. So please, tell us what you remember. I thought I was unconscious the whole time. But now I remember I woke up for a few brief moments. That's huge! Do you remember seeing anything? A lighter. I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness. Good. What else did you see? What was nearby? It was definitely the boarding lounge, so it must have been after Clay carried me there. In the light from the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering. A dark shadow? That must have been the third party we've been looking for. Thank you, Mr. Starbuck. You've been more than a help to us than you know. If we can prove that there was this third person at the scene and that they're really the killer, then you'll be cleared of all suspicion. The key will be whether or not we can identify this third person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now. That's a big plus. I should probably tidy up the evidence a bit before someone mistakes me for a hoarder. Irrelevant elements tidied up. Now that we have a glimmer of hope, I'm suddenly starving. Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance? For someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic. December 19th. Wright, Anything Agency. So you found your strategy for tomorrow's trial, huh? Good for you, Daddy. Well, it's one step forward anyways. Hopefully it will be giving us a fighting chance in court. As long as we can find out who this third person is. Now let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote is for Ella noodles. Oh! Apollo! You're not too mad about me taking the case over, right? What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you. My wounds are fine. I'm done lying around. Apollo, you're supposed to be in bed. Leave the case to us. We'll take it from here. Thanks, but that's not an option. Not for me. Apollo. My badge. When I became a lawyer, Clay was the first person I showed this badge to. He was so happy for me. It was just like it's just like he became a lawyer himself. You two were really great friends, weren't you? Yeah, but we were rivals too. We fought to see who would make their dream come true first. But now, Apollo. Okay, let's talk. You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo. And I don't want you overdoing it. I'm fine. I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, they just gave me an IV at the clinic. An IV isn't a cure-all, yummy mummy man. Anyways, just tell me how the case is going. Have you guys made any progress? A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. We think they must be the real killer. A suspicious figure, huh? Right. I thought you'd be happier than that. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. And I fully intend to see Clay's murderer apprehended. Absolutely nothing will get in the way of that. Clay was your best friend, right, Polo? That's right. Best friends since junior high. Sounds like me and Jeannie. So what was Clay like? Well, he was full of compassion and energy. He had a real loud voice. If the two of you did voice training together now, I'd bet you'd break a few windows. You know, I bet you're right. It seems like only yesterday, Clay was a guy who lived for his dreams. We used to talk about it a lot. He was going to be an astronaut, and me, a lawyer. We'd talk well into the night. Even then, we never grew tired of it. Apollo, about that jacket. Oh, it's Clay's. I knew it. It's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the Hat Project. He was finally able to get one of his own once he was selected for the Hat 2 mission. He always looked so proud wearing it. But just when his dreams was finally coming true, I still can't believe it. Damn it! It's not fair! Apollo, I hope you don't try carrying the burden all alone. I guess we were both unlucky. My own debut was a disaster. Hey, you defended me pretty well. I guess you're right on some level. That trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts. That was a rough time for me, but Clay refused to let me quit. You're fine, he'd say. Don't give up. It's right during his screening exams, too. I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him. That you're fine of his is why I'm still standing here today. You're fine, huh? You're fine and I'm fine. We're like your catchphrases, weren't they? Something like that. Sure brings back memories. When we were in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. But he wouldn't show his sadness to anyone. One night, I found him crying all alone in the school courtyard. Mom, get away, Apollo! Don't come over here! Clay, listen to me. I don't have a mother either. Well, hey, Apollo, at least your mother's still alive. Whoops, Apollo doesn't know that. Huh? I've always think that everybody else has a mom. Why am I the only one? But, you know, when I start to feel that way, I yell at the top of my lungs. I holler, I'm fine! And then you know what? I start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Apollo's justice is fine! Okay, Clay? Now it's your turn. Okay. Clay Tyrion is fine! There you go! Now we will both be fine. Ha ha ha! We're fine! We're fine! What are you laughing about? See? We're fine! He laughed first. I'm fine. You're fine. We're both fine. Thanks, Apollo. When you said it out loud, it really starts to feel real. And as long as you don't give up, you can keep on fighting. That's what we believed. As long as you don't give up. Yeah. I really love Apollo. If I give in to my fears, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. Clay called Mr. Starbucks his mentor and looked up to him. I wonder if I can be a good role model for my staff like Mr. Starbuck. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I will be taking a leave of absence. What? Wait! What do you mean by a leave? You're really serious. Can you at least give me a reason why? When I put Clay's jacket on, I swore to him that I would catch his killer myself. But that's our goal too! I agree with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. Then, the truth, huh? That's a noble cause. But what if the truth you seek and the truth I seek out turn to be different? I'm not sure I follow. What are you saying, Apollo? I'm going to catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life, in my own way. Take good care of Mr. Starbuck for me. Now, I must be going. Goodbye. Goodbye. Did he just say goodbye? I sensed a lot of seizing and anger, hatred coming from him. Oh, and also suspicion. Ugh! He's not walking out on like this! I'm gonna go talk some sense into him! Hold on, Athena. Apollo can believe what he wants, but I believe he's wrong. Even if we take a different path, the truth that we arrive should be the same. I think the quicker we solve this case, the better it would be for Apollo. Yeah, you're right, boss. Alright, that's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial, okay? Which we'll be doing on Thursday. If he were right now, Apollo would say, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I just hope things do turn out fine tomorrow. And by tomorrow, we really mean Thursday. Yes, save. Okay. We have one last thing to do before. Because I always do it. Gotta change the music. Doo-doo. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to change it to. There we go. It is a good stopping point. Also because I need to get to bed. I don't know what tomorrow. I don't know what my work day for tomorrow is going to be holding. If it's anything like today, oh boy. I'll be screaming I'm fine by the end. So, anyways, yeah, I should definitely finish up. But, you know, more importantly, I should make sure if there is anyone in whom I can raid for tonight. I don't know if that's true because I haven't really looked. Because who would do such a thing? Let's raid. It's okay. I understood what you meant. Yep, I got a raid target for us. I haven't raided them in a while, so let's go ahead and do it. Have a good night, everyone. And I'll see you guys on Thursday for more Opposed Justice. Bye.